Hey guys, welcome back to Financial Freedom Friday, where we give tips and encouragement to help you achieve your financial freedom. I'm Nate Scott, glad to be back here with you guys. Today we're going to talk about a really important topic, especially if you're a business owner. You know, as a business owner, one of the greatest, as anybody, let's just be honest, one of the greatest eroders of wealth and prohibitors happens to be taxes. I know for me personally, I look at my tax returns, or maybe you look at your W-2 or something like that, and you see all the money that you had to send to the government in state taxes and income taxes and FICA taxes. And you're like, man, if I could get some of that back, it would take me no time at all to get where I want to go. So taxes are the greatest eroder of wealth, so I wanted to help you be creative on how you may be able to reduce some taxes by giving you 3 commonly overlooked write-offs for business owners that really, if you're a business owner, you ought to be taking advantage of. It takes a little bit of creativity, things that just because of busyness or ignorance you may have not thought of before or heard about, but things that I know that you probably can take advantage of if you really get after it. If you're not a business owner, they may not apply to you fully, but I want you to understand them anyway because it's so easy to get into business these days. If you want to get into like network marketing or consulting or a part-time gig or selling things on Amazon, I mean, whatever it is, there's so many easy ways to get into business. You might be able to take advantage of these just by thinking outside the box or by actually getting into business. But this is mainly for those who own a company. And so the first write-off that many people do not take advantage of, it's probably the most fun one, is travel. I'm not talking about like traveling to a conference or to see a client or something like that. I'm talking about the fact that the IRS requires, the government requires, if you own a company, that you have to take you have to have a board of directors meeting for your company. Every year you have to have an annual board meeting, and you can have special board meetings for various purposes throughout the year if you feel that they're necessary. The thing is, these board meetings, there's no requirement that you have them at your home. There's no requirement that you have them at the office. In fact, you can have a board meeting pretty much wherever you want to. For me, I know that here at the office, maybe I'm not the most creative here. I like to get alone. I like to get, relaxed, comfortable. And so maybe that might be the Cayman Islands, or maybe that's Orlando. And my wife's on the board, and so we say, well, let's treat it like almost a retreat, and let's get focused on business, let's say. And we'll talk about business on our vacations. You probably should too. They don't care where you have it, so let's just go skiing in Colorado and happen to have our board meeting the same week at the same time that we're skiing in our resort or wherever you're at. And so you can write off the airfare to get there. You can probably write off food and lodging and things like that. So take advantage of that. Stop having your board meetings just sitting at the office. Go have them in the summer with your kids there to learn about business as well. But anyway, so the first one is travel. You ought to take advantage of where you have your board meetings. The next one is commonplace as well. The fact that you and I probably go out to eat with friends and family, and we go out to eat, or maybe we go see a show or go watch a play or whatever it is. And I'm guessing that if you're in business, there's a chance that they are already a customer of yours, or they are a possible customer of yours. Doesn't really matter which one, but go ahead and say, well, if I'm going to talk a little bit about how business is going, they may ask me about business, or I may just want to present something to them, I don't know, while we're just eating and having fun. Well, why don't you be nice, pick up the bill, and write the bill off? So you can actually go out to eat or take them to a movie or something like that. As long as you talk a little bit about business, wine and dine them, treat them out, and enjoy it, but also get to write it off. And lastly, probably even the biggest one for most people is medical expenses. Medical costs are going out of control with healthcare and premiums going up, and just the cost even with health insurance to be actually go to see a doctor is out of control these days. So if you can start writing off, I think the limit is you're technically liable for the first $10,000 normally or something like that, and then you can start writing off some of the expenses for medical expenses just traditionally as a normal employee or W-2 earner. But if you're a business owner, there's a certain type of company called a C corporation that can establish a MERP. So maybe you don't have a C corporation But a MERP is a medical expense reimbursement program. It's a fringe benefit. Not all types of companies can offer it, but I would suggest if you are in business, maybe opening another company as a C corporation and have that corporation be for management or consulting. It will consult your S corporation or your LLC or something like that for a fee. And you can use all the revenue that's flowing out into that to pay for your medical expenses, premiums, and doctor visits for everyone in your family. And you can write it all off, which is amazing. Not just at 10,000, the 10,000 after 10,000, but the whole thing. So if we can start helping you reduce taxes, of course, talk to a tax professional, not me. Okay, I'm just relaying information I've received to you. I'm not a pro, but just to get ideas, be proactive on things and ways that you may be able to write things off that you haven't been doing yet to get more money. Because every dollar you don't send to the IRS is a dollar you can put in your pocket and use to produce passive income and financial freedom. So let's go ahead and get to work. Remember, if you don't build your financial freedom, nobody will. It's up to you. So let's get to work. Let's make this happen. Start reducing your tax bill, doing the things you're already doing by just being creative and putting a business spin on it. So have a great week, and we'll see you next Friday.